so let's make a Zentangle bookmark. So in designing this, thought of what would be great that you could have the materials in your home for. So this is just a regular white sheet of paper. You're just gonna need a pencil. I'm using a pen just so that you can see it, but you can certainly trace it over with the black pen. Eraser. I used a ruler to make straight lines, but you can use the edge of a notebook, the edge of a book, it doesn't really matter. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a bookmark, which is super practical. You could put it in a book you're reading, you could put it in your textbook to mark your pages. This video is in my YouTube. This is the one that I did with the 8th graders. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a Zentangle with this piece of paper. Now I'm using pen right away just so that you can see it much better. But you guys should be using a pencil instead. So what I'm gonna do at first is I'm just gonna make like a border for the Zentangle. Now Zentangles are cool because they're relaxing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make like a wavy line on one side. I'm gonna mirror the wavy line on the other side. Like a road or like a river. You got a little thin there. Okay. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just break this up into little triangles. So I'm gonna draw across and across. Now what a Zentangle is like a pattern. It's a set of steps. It's not just like a doodle or scribble. So you would have to be able to lay out different steps to do. So here we go. Making these cool zigzags. And that last one's gonna be a little funky. That's okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna start at this corner. So I'm gonna give myself a little mark so I know I'm starting there. And then I'm gonna, as my starting point, and then I'm just gonna flare them out from there. Super cool, right? Now I'm gonna use the same starting point, and I'm gonna flare out some lines from here. Okay, now this one's gonna be my next one. I'm gonna flare out some lines from there. And then here, flare out lines. And do here, flare out some lines. Oh, I like the way that looks better. And then let's do this, let's change it. Make this one flare that way. Ooh, I like that much better. And then this is gonna flare out that way. And now I'm gonna make this touch that. Okay, so right now we're filling in with a line. So line is the most basic element of art. We're kind of making shapes, we're making triangles. So what we have now is like just line, just a lot of line. And in order to make the piece more interesting, we're gonna have to add some other of those elements of art. So I have my lines. Now I need to add emphasis. So what I would do is I would thicken this line on the edge here to give it some emphasis. Let me see if I could grab a thicker Sharpie. Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie on hand, you can absolutely just use your pen. You can use color if you have color available, but these look really cool in black and white. I hear my kids in the other room. Okay, there we go. So now I've contained this drawing within these lines and I've added some emphasis. So now emphasis is, like I say, it's a couch for your eye. It's a place to kind of stop and rest. You can certainly add more cool Zentangles out here too. I would recommend making something that was a contrast, maybe like a circular design. So now I have emphasis, I have a place to stay. Now the next thing I can do is I can add value. So you can take a pencil, you can kind of shade in the bottom, and then you can use your finger to spread it, and that'll give it some value. It'll emphasize the bottom of it. Kind of looking cool. Looks like an Art Deco design. That's like architecture. The early 1900s, especially in America, thinking about buildings like the Empire State Building. That would be an Art Deco design, like the 1920s. Okay, just add a little emphasis. There we go. And you can continue that. You can certainly add color. Now these are really cool. Zentangles are relaxing, they're fun, they're quick and easy. You can make one. You can make a Zentangle bookmark. You can use it for yourself. You can give it as a gift. You could teach a family member how to make one. You can make one for your books, and then you can make up your own, making up your own kind of pattern and system.